Jordan Gade. I'm a visual artist from the Congo DR, born and raised in Kinshasa, and I'm on tour. I would say I'm on tour. I'm a visual artist. Like I said, I do a series of drawings that I call an album, and this piece is just one of the uh, artworks that features on the album. This one is called Capital. It's about driving around the city of Kinshasa, and yeah, I would tell everybody to travel to Kinshasa. Travel to Kinshasa. Come see the city. Come see the food. Come enjoy the food. And yeah, the energy is wonderful. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Um,
And yeah, that sounds good. So tell us about your experience being here in America. Like what brought you here? Obviously education, but also like how you've been here, how long have you been here, and what was that like for you to move from your home country or to just be on present on both continents
yeah,
in America and in Africa?
it's quite of a culture shock.
Okay.
Uh, being in the United States, like yeah, living in the United States. I've been here for about 10 years now, and yeah, I loved it. Seattle is really that's my city,
Mm.
and I it was very hard coming in first and trying to make friends and getting accustomed to the culture and
Okay.
everything. But yeah, with the time, I've been I've got I've been able to yeah I've met great people that helped me out along the way, and I'm grateful for each and every one that crossed my path and yeah helped me to being part of the city and
Cool,
everything.
cool, cool.
So
Oh,
yeah, um, yeah, that's pretty much it.
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Jordan, what other interests do you have beyond being an artist? Any other talents, any other hobbies, things that you're interested in outside of art?
Yes, drawing is my passion. That's my career
Mm-hmm.
that I'm pursuing. But I'm also into interior design. I went to school for interior design.
Okay.
I'm also into creative arts like graphic design. I
Mm-hmm.
do um, I do what would I say flyers
Okay.
um, and yeah, album covers. Like I've
Mm.
actually had one of the yeah. There's one project that I did for a friend of mine who lives in the Congo. He's an
Okay.
artist. He's a
Mm-hmm.
musician. He sings,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to do this his debut album. So I worked on the art cover,
Oh
and
wow.
that included a drawing
Mm-hmm.
with some graphic uh, design
Okay.
in it, and yeah, interior design, graphic arts, and yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
that's all.
Cool. Cool. Okay. So now I know that you're an artist. But do you also collect art your own self from other artists that you may admire or any other type of art? You know, it could be
Mm.
not just visual art, but like, is there any music interest, any particular type of books you like, or, you know, like as a creative person, what other creative uh, talents that
Mm.
do you enjoy just as a person?
Yeah, I do. I love poetry
Okay.
because yeah, it kind of relates to what I do
Yes.
because
Mm-hmm.
my art is all about storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I do include some patterns of
Okay.
poetry into my pieces because I want to tell stories. Like this is an image, but also there's a message behind it. There's a text that
Mm-hmm.
actually explained what is going on in the picture.
Okay.
So yeah, I
Okay.
would. It would be great if I had emotions here right now about
Mm-hmm.
people driving around. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, poetry is one thing that I also love. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and
So So
That's
do you write poetry, or do you just listen to poetry or read poetry? Is there any?
yeah,
Now, to me, poetry kind of connects with spoken word.
exactly.
Is that something that you have an interest in as well?
Yes,
Okay.
I read poetry
Mhm.
and I do listen to audiobooks,
Okay.
and yeah, that's
Okay. Okay. Cool.
that's
Cool.
yeah.
So, and the reason why I said, did you collect art, is because I'm an artist. So as an artist, I have art on my walls,
Yeah.
not just my own work. And that's mainly because sometimes I may not be able to
Yeah.
I may not finish my own images.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, I need something on the walls. So,
That's right.
like I have some of Dimble's work, for example. Of course, I'm going to definitely get some of your work at some point.
Of course.
And other artists here in the community. So, do do you use do you use art, whether that's your own artwork or other artists? Do you use that in your? I mean, you said you're interested in interior design
Mm.
and your decor.
Yes.
Do you have artwork on your walls in your home, in your room,
Sure. Yeah.
dorm
Yeah. Yeah.
room, or
Yeah.
what?
I'm open to yeah
Hmm.
having some. I
Uh-huh.
actually have. I don't have any. I haven't collected
Okay.
any piece from anyone
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Like I don't have any piece displayed, but yeah,
Mhm.
I I connect to the work that speaks to me. Like
Okay.
yeah,
Yes. 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 Okay.
yeah.
And that's how it
Um,
starts. That's really what being an art collector is about.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
got to collect, the artwork that you enjoy, that you like, that you want to see every day.
exactly.
That's important.
Hmm. And it is
So,
is great. Like is one of the things that enhances enhances a certain space. Like having an art piece into a certain room,
mm-hmm,
whether that's a kitchen
mm-hmm,
or a living room, is one thing to is one of the things to consider
mm-hmm,
for space planning. Yeah,
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
I because for me, I love to work in a place that's open. Like I love to work nearby a window,
Okay.
so I
Mm-hmm.
don't like to be confined into
Yes.
a square and have no natural light coming in.
Exactly. Yes.
So sometimes when I feel like let's say if you're into this place that has no window,
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend to put in an art piece
Yes.
which has some type of portal into it,
Yeah.
like a river or like
Yeah.
a like an
Yeah.
open window. Like I
Mm-hmm.
could, if I ever was confined into a place where there's no window, I would draw a piece
Mm-hmm.
which has a like a window into it, so
Okay, yeah,
that
just
would
to
help
kind of
me
give you
out
some imagery of being
imagery.
outside.
Yeah,
Yes,
being
I get
outside.
it.
So yeah,
I get it.
it's great to stay connected in
Mm-hmm.
to nature,
Yes,
and
totally. Okay,
yeah, that's
okay,
one of the things I would recommend about
okay.
having an artwork into yeah your room,
Yeah.
your house, your office.
Yes, 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 definitely. Because I mean, that's the whole point of buying art, is to have it on display.
Exactly.
So that it can inspire you, motivate you, or just be something that you can look at visually, that is like,
Mm,
that you just want to continue to look at. And
right.
so that's why, one of the reasons why people invest into the artwork. Of course, there's a lot more reasons why people collect and invest in art, but I think it starts with, okay, what do I want to see as an image on my in my home decor, in my office decor, as a gift item. There's so many ways to use visual art,
Yeah.
that goes beyond the canvas. So that's always something to keep in mind as well, with being able to reproduce your artwork on like gift items and clothing, and um, you know
Yeah.
advertising.
Advertising. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you had mentioned that you're into the graphic designs and drawing and some of the more technical type of aspect of being an artist, even with architecture.
Yeah.
There's a way to include art in those type of um,
Exactly.
And sculpture. That's another thing to
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
in mind.
right.
Um, you know,
Though it's hard.
yeah, it is a little bit harder. It's a little
Yeah.
bit challenging, but a
And
lot of
drawing on the paper, yeah.
yeah, it is. But that's something that nowadays there's ways to have an image that you drew
Mm.
reconstructed or reproduced on a building into sculpture. You don't necessarily have to be the one to do it. They have people to do that,
Yes,
thankfully.
that's right. Yeah.
But it is a possible thing to keep in mind as an option of how you can expand um, your vision as an artist. And I think we all, as artists, need to be open to those ideas and opportunities.
Yes.
Sometimes in the beginning, it can be a little bit more overwhelming or challenging because we're just trying to draw on paper,
That's
you
right.
know.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But at some point, as you continue to produce your work, you want to be able to say, you know what, this image needs to be on a building. It needs to be in a sculpture. It needs to be on clothing. It needs to be in books.
Books.
So
Yeah.
that's always something you want to keep in mind. There's a few different visual artists that we've had on the show
Right.
who live right here in Seattle,
Yeah.
who, of course, they started off just drawing on paper. And now, as we go through the city, driving up and down through Seattle, they're artists on buildings,
Buildings.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I've got to meet some artists that do murals.
yeah,
This
murals.
that's one of the things that I would also love
Yes,
to do
yeah,
someday. Yeah.
yeah.
In the
So,
future.
yeah, so be looking for Jordan to do that at some point,
Yeah.
especially with your background and your skills and your talents. You already have a lot of that technical expertise to where you can take that next step, and do that. So, um, even in even in like furniture design.
Furniture design. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Texture, what do they call it? Fabric, textile designs.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to expand. And the reason why I say that because I believe as African American artists, we need to be open to being in all those areas.
Areas. Mm-hmm.
Because when we go to the store, when we are driving down the street, when we go through the catalogs, we're building a house, when we go to the places where we have to buy materials and things to do that, we want to be able to say,
Right.
oh, that that tile was designed by an African American. Yeah, I want to buy that and put that in my kitchen. Oh, that couch, that furniture, that clothing, that
Yes.
upholstery, all of that was designed by an African or someone from of African descent.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
We need to not be limited. Because for so long, for whatever reason, we a lot of our creative talents were limited. But I say